We have a keynote session on, of course, again, reducing food waste, but also increasing food safety across the value chain with advanced air quality solutions. And it is my pleasure to invite Adam Kędziela, CEO at Nanosci, to elaborate on this topic. Hello. Hi, Adam.
Hi, thank you.
The stage is yours now.
Thank you. Hi, I'm the CEO of Nanosci. We are a nanotechnology startup. We started 4 years ago during COVID pandemic. I'm here to tell you something about air purification and how air purifiers can do change in food industry across the whole value chain. During the previous panel, we heard the same statistic. One third of food is wasted. Mission of our company is to save the world, actually. That's our sentence. But in food industry, that means reducing food waste and feeding the people. But how air purification and air quality connects to food? Because that's not so obvious. First of all, in farming, in transport, in storage, there's mold, fungi spores that are transported in the air. So air purifiers can reduce fungi in air, as well as bacteria and viruses. The second problem is petrifying gases. So vegetables and fruits, they rotten faster than we want. In retail or in storage, many problems occur in transport. For example, fruits from South America coming to Europe or from Central or South Central Asia. Across the value chain, in production, we will conduct pilots with vertical farming, with cannabis industry also. In transport and storage, as I said before, removing ethylene and mold will prevent rotting the food. Then in processing, removing bacteria, viruses makes the food safer for the consumer. And at the last step of the value chain, in retail, we work with companies in that produce devices for cold storage to introduce our technology and remove mold in retail. But how the technology works? The photocatalysis is a process discovered in '73 in Japan. Primarily, it was used to produce hydrogen. It's still a part of the research for many scientific teams. Making hydrogen is a big issue for a big step up for humanity. We manufacture at Nanosci this white material here. It's a nanomaterial. And when we lighten up it with UV light, there are OHA radicals that oxidize matter, viruses, bacteria, and they destroy them on the layer. So this is how our technology works. The advantages of the technology is it uses not much energy. You don't have to replace filters all the time, like with HEPA and others. And it's very good at removing gases, bacteria, viruses, as I said before. We have 5 patents already in the material and in the construction of different devices. And we're progressing really fast with the technology. Food sector is just one of the sectors we are aiming at. Second is ventilation. So we want to protect food, but as well people. I said before that what our technology will change. When we compare to today's ways of purify air, that UVC light for disinfection, HEPA filters, and active carbon, we beat all those technologies, and actually we deliver what they provide in one. in one photocatalytic engine, because this is what we call it. More into science, we tested this technology for gases, and for specific use, we sometimes build bigger or smaller devices. We can also add more engines to cover higher airflows. When it comes to ethylene, ethylene is a very hard gas to destroy because the particle is very small. The smaller the particles are, it's harder to break them. So our technology is efficient. This engine can break ethylene when the velocity of air is 0.5 meter per second. It's very effective. We did also we tested our competitors in laboratories, and our technology is very efficient against mold and bacteria removal. One of the first devices, because we deliver the technology to industrial companies, but also we are into building our own devices. And on our stand in front of the hall, you can see our first device. It looks similar, so that was the primary design. In the end, it looks different. But this air purifier will be sold for storage and different application in the food chain. Something more about how what are the use cases of the technology in a few examples. So in cold storage, removing gray mold and ethylene prolongs the lifetime of fruits. It slows ripening. Today, 1 MCP is often used in storage, but with our technology, it can be cheaper. So removal of ethylene can be used with less expensive fruits, for example, like apples. Vertical farms and cannabis plants, those are actually use cases that we will pilot next month, starting from 2 vertical farms in Poland and 1 cannabis grower. In cannabis and vertical farms, mold is a huge problem. Companies that started growing, for example, strawberries in vertical farms, they have huge problems with mold. The third use is removing bacteria and viruses in processing of food, not only vegetables, but also poultry and other meats. When it comes to competition, we are not the first in the market. There are companies from US and Korea that are very advanced also in photocatalysis. But what we did, we made a material that beats them in efficiency and cost of producing it. We simplified the manufacturing process of this material. It's also eco-friendly, so we don't use any harmful components in the production process. It's also certified for use in ventilation systems. As I said before, next month we're starting first pilots with Hydropolis, Plantalux, and Vegeś Ostry, and we're looking for partners to make pilots in other parts of the food value chain. We are very interested in finding partners from store chains, where we could add our technology to food shelves, cold storage, and other use cases, as I said before. Thank you. If you would like to learn more, we have our stand just in front of the hall. We're there for you. Thank you.